Hello, everyone, and welcome to this audio podcast. Excuse me, this audio podcast is part of a Storm Robotics article. This audio podcast is part of a Raptor Storm. This audio podcast as part of a Platinum Edition, and this audio podcast as part of a Storm Robotics production. So today, looking at sort of the specific and sort of particular characteristics of Crouzons, and also acanthosis nigricans. So, in around the characteristics of Crouzons, there is the skull is prematurely fused and unable to grow normally, and wherein there is abnormality around skull development. This is referred to as craniosynostosis. There is wide set eyes, or broad set eyes, due to shallow eye sockets, which is referred to as ocular proptosis, and there is small underdeveloped mandible, or this in around the superior jaw. There is also inferior slanting eyelids, and there is a high and narrow arched palate. In around the characteristics of acanthosis nigricans, there are dental abnormalities due to crowded teeth and narrow palate. There is poor vision. There is ear conditions and ear loss. In around 50% around 50% of diagnosed neonates or pediatrics or children, and there's difficulty in breathing due to small airway. There is also a darkened rough patches of skin are found in the folds of the body, and signs of discoloration that begin and are more noticeable in around the ages between 2 years of age and 4 years of age. And Acanthosis nigricans does not advance after the age of 12, and this may well be owing to the this may well be down to the to FGFR3, and on chromosome, in around chromosome 4, where the chromosome where certain certain parts of the chromosome, by that time, may appear to be or may well be switched off, however, in amongst the those diagnosed with the acanthosis nigricans, sort of abnormality aligned to Crouzons. The symptomologies and the characteristics are somewhat similar, up to the age of in around 12 years, in both sort of populations, if you like. So that draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast as part of a Storm Robotics article. This audio podcast as part of a Raptor Storm. This audio podcast is part of a Platinum Edition, and this audio podcast as part of a Storm Robotics production.